Hey everybody, this is Grace, and pardon the noise. I'm going to talk about something that happened, I don't know how many years ago. Maybe it was around 2017 and 2018, somewhere around there maybe. And I was dealing with other stuff at the time, Adam's sister, and that was something else. And so much else got kind of pushed to the sideline. But something weird happened. It was maybe somewhere around there. And it was basically, have you ever run across somebody online? It was recommended to you, or, whatever, on whatever social media platform. It doesn't have to be just one, but where they make videos. And the person is kind of like, you watch, in my situation, it was somebody my age. Okay, my age group. Voice sounded very, very, their face was there too, but the voice, all of it sounded very familiar. And like from my youth, I guess, I could say. There was something that I couldn't touch. I couldn't figure out what it was exactly, at least not at first. And in a way, yeah, I did. There was a feeling of, no way, walk away. Like right from the start. Now, it's not good. We are taught, and this part is good, that there's a survival instinct, some call it, where, like, if you're walking, and it could be broad daylight, and somebody gives you the heebie-jeebies that's walking toward you, and you listen to that, you trust your gut, as people call it. Now that's a safety thing. But if a person, say at work, you meet somebody new, they're just hired, and you're going to be working with them, and you got to get to know them. Is the first impression, people can, especially people who are, they know they're bad. Okay, they can practice that first impression, how it's going to come out. Doesn't everybody? I don't know. I don't. But I think more people, they do practice how they're going to behave. When they go to a new job, how they should act and behave. What kind of first impression they want to put off. Do they want to ensure that they're not thought of as the person that the slackers are going to throw all the work on? There's that. Or they want to fit in, and they want to go along with the majority, this kind of, whatever it is, they might practice it. So, but somebody really, like, you're going to get to need to know them. You might want to study them in a way. Okay, in this situation, it was I had such a strong, I don't believe in, like, so much trusting my gut, except on if it's a situation of, like I said, a kind of self-defense kind of thing. And that doesn't have to be physical, just physical. Emotional, mental, psychological, whatever. And this was a no, rejection right away. But still, there are going to be things happening. Okay, so anyway. Now, I don't know whether, like I said, I just got that feeling right off the bat. No. But as time went by, I realized it was more than one person. Because, it would show up recommended. Honestly, my voice does not go out like that until I come outside. Anyway. So this guy, I realized it was people other than this guy on that, that were making videos. And on that same, I call everything channels. Because YouTube was my first place I started making videos. And I'm not saying it is YouTube or it's not YouTube. Because there's more to this. Okay, but anyway, and I just had that heebie-jeebies feeling. I'm just going to call things heebie-jeebies. And anyway, and then at some point I realized, who are these other people? And what is this? And I watched a little bit more. This is over time, like years. Okay, I really don't watch videos, and the topic was about narcissism. And I really don't watch people's videos. I started making my videos on narcissism. It'll be around 11 years soon. Sometime, I think by April or something. I used to do it in writing for years back in the 1990s. I guess starting somewhere in the 1990s. And from then, anyway, for years. But, yeah, their videos were about narcissism. And it seemed like I said, I really didn't watch, and I really don't watch any of them since I started my own. Then I was recommended some, and that's the only way I knew that anybody was talking about them. And they were such a turnoff to me because I had been a career student in psychology and sociology, and I'm a social and behavioral scientist, and some of the stuff they were saying was BS. I taught at college and university. They would have failed my class. Okay, my classes. No, they were wrong. But anyway, get back to this one. I just had something that distracted me, somebody driving down the road. But anyway, yeah, take a breath here. But really, it was eerie. It went from being just, no thank you, heebie-jeebies, to eerie. And I could see that many other people probably wouldn't see it that way. It was just something from my childhood or earlier life that set me up to reject it, you see? And the other people may not have had any kind of experience like that would have done so. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, I got distracted again. But okay, it went on like this. And I saw a little bit more here, a little bit more there, and I'm thinking, something's just weird. But I wasn't really watching like the whole video. I would click on it, like the title made me click on it. It was clickbait. and just listen to a few minutes and, rejection. Even the other people. Okay, so fast forward, I don't know how long. I don't know how many years, if it was years, whatever. I was on a different social media. See, I told you, different social media. And saw, and something I had been using for years. Okay. So if you're going to go by who, like, owns the show or something, I don't know. Because, after being on so many years, there's some kind of, on it, there's some kind of something. Like a little hierarchy. I don't play that game, so I don't play totem pole game, none of that. But anyway, but I do see it when other people try to. They want to lay their claim on something. And I was on this one I had used for years, whatever, I had gone to that area, I guess you would say, and online, so that's space. But it was a space on a big space. I don't want to name names. It's kind of funny how to describe them. So anyway, there I was once again, and it seriously felt like, say you walk into a store you've been to many times, and all of a sudden somebody comes out from the back, the storage room or something, and a bunch of people come and pounce on you. All of a sudden, can I help you? Can I help you? Oh, you think that they're going to get some kind of compensation for helping you or something, and they're all jumping at you trying to do that. That was similar to that, but it was like they're going to make sure I know that they're going to make sure that they push this off to me, put it on me, that they are in charge when they did not own it. Like somebody doesn't own the store, but they want to act like they do. You know, they didn't own that space. They wanted to act like they do. They're in control. And as it turned out, basically what came out was that they have a leader. Guess who that leader was? Yes, the guy who originally saw him making those videos, the one that was my age. And they were his little, what would you even call them? You know, but to jump to this part, it was a cult. I'm a social and behavioral scientist, taught at college and university. It was a cult. Okay, they didn't put that off on the first one where they made the videos and put up the videos. They mentioned it on the other one where they didn't put up videos and that. They didn't mention the word. They didn't say the word, of course, cult, but they let it out. You see what I'm saying? They weren't guarding themselves. The other one was they're going to make money off of that. They're going to put it as he is the one that everybody should listen to. You know, like he is their Messiah. But on that original one with the videos, they're going to put it out as he's just knowledgeable. He's just this. He's in that position. He's a voice of authority. But they really didn't promote him as much, except on the second one. They really promoted him. You see? So, okay, but I don't think I mentioned that back then. I remember that gave me even worse than the heebie-jeebies. Seriously. And it was like, oof. Avoid, avoid, avoid. You know, I mean, one person against plenty, several. I didn't not know how many. And I had no intention of debating with a cult, you know, having anything to do with a cult. Nothing. No, thank you. I have my own life. I don't need to be, nope, shoot, fly. You know? You see me doing that, you know, with my hand. Poof, gone. But it was, recently it popped up again. But I think it could be that people started to realize the truth, and that was it. Okay. On both social media platforms. I don't know, because I really wasn't paying any attention after that, and that was years ago. So I have no idea. But anyway, that's enough on this one.